Hi everyone, this is Yemi from PurposefulMe.co.uk, and this is another video in the series around COVID-19 that I'm doing from Nigeria. Today I want to talk about fighting back, but looking at the area of responsible leadership, ignorant leadership, and dangerous leadership. Over the last few days, I've seen some videos that are quite concerning for me. We've seen leaders putting a spin on this virus and making it seem like it's not an issue, when in reality it's an issue. Some are saying it's something that was conjured by the Western world to stop people from going to pray or going to places of worship. Again, if you want to believe that, you're setting yourself up for some big problems. We also have, I saw a video of a leader who actually took off his face mask to sneeze. Again, what's that about? Really? And another leader had gloves on, and yet he had his hands in his mouth. And it made you wonder, what was the purpose of that glove? Eventually, whatever it is that his fingers should have touched, his gloves have touched them. And the fact that those hands, in the gloved hands, are in his mouth means that whatever he's touched is going straight into his mouth. So leadership is so important in such a time as this. Having leaders who come out to speak about the situation, who are well informed, well prepared to cope with the crisis, is absolutely important. And right now, our leaders need to be asking themselves, and we need to be asking, what are our leaders doing about this virus? A lot of great things are happening. I know that in Nigeria, the NCDC are contacting people that flew into the country, and they have case workers, and they're being contacted every few days to ask how they're doing, to check that they don't have symptoms. So some good work is going on. There's no doubt about that. But we need to do more. Religious leaders need to do more. And if you're a religious leader right now, it's not the time to be asking people to send money remotely or reminding people to send in their gifts and offerings or whatever, because they're not going to be in church or in a mosque or wherever place of worship. This is the time for us, for the church and other religious organizations. This is the time to be asking, what can we do for the people that we have led, or for the people that we lead? What can we do for the vulnerable amongst us? What projects are we executing right now that will help people to cope with this crisis that we're in? What information are we releasing out there that's going to help our people? Right now, it's not about what we can get from people. Right now, it's about what we can give to people. So, for all of us that are under any form of leadership, please ask yourself, how is my leader leading me at this time? Are they leading me to ignore warnings that the whole world is abiding by? Are they misleading me? Remember that some of these leaders that might tell you to maybe use anointing oil or whatever and not necessarily seek medical help. Remember that some of them have medical staff on standby. They tell you to trust in God for your protection, but they have police escorts for themselves. So again, we need to look at, what are our leaders doing? What are they saying? How are they acting? How are they behaving? This is a time for leadership all across our nation, Nigeria, to step up. Religious leadership, political leadership, leadership in the workplaces. This is a time for every form of leader to step up. Interestingly, many people said we can't work from home, especially in Nigeria. And maybe many companies around the world would think that their staff cannot work from home. But guess what? This virus has showed us that we can work from home. That when we need to, we can make reasonable adjustments to make things happen. And so there are lots of things that we can do to help us to cope. There are a lot of things that we can do to be able to walk through this crisis and get out of it on the other side in as good a shape as possible. So let's start doing those things now. And if you're following a leader who is not acting in your best interest, now is the time to press pause. Now is the time to rethink who you're following. Leaders are servants. So right now, your leaders should be asking themselves, how are we serving the people that are under us? How are we leading by example? Don't follow leaders that are teaching you the wrong things. Look at what's happening around the world and use your brain. As we say in our parlance, borrow yourself some brain. Think for yourself. Access the information that's out there. Don't let anyone tell you this is about westernization, this is about Western influence. No, don't let anybody tell you this is about the rich or the poor rather than the poor. No, don't let anyone say that it hasn't reached your area. How do they know? Don't let anyone mislead you at this time. Yes, pray. Yes, trust God. Hope for the best. But please do all the right things that you're being told to do. Follow the rules, follow the regulations, stay informed. And then everything working together will get us through this. Thank you again for watching my video, and hope to share another one pretty soon. And don't forget to check out the others on www.purposefulme.co.uk. Have a great day.